Hi, welcome back to the Life Beyond the Workout. I'm the co-host, Chie Figure Prodigy Terui, and today's episode is really special for me. I have one of my clients as a guest today. Her name is Trinity Santoro. I'm sitting down with my clients, kind of reminiscing how kind of we started. But she is a professional ballet ABT in New York now.
Yes.
I have been training her since when she was 16. And now you were?
I'm 21.
21. Oh my God. Time is flying. But today, actually, she's living her dream,
Yeah.
and I literally witnessed it and witnessed right now, to have you still growing. It is so special episode for me. Now, we were talk about today about discipline, hard work. Everything goes into who she is right now, being successful as a professional ballerina in New York. This is a big deal, guys. I know a lot of time, ballerina, this is big deal in ABT. This is really, high level of professional ballet company. Okay. But welcome, Trinity.
Hello. Good to be here.
Good to meet you for right now because you were break.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. 3-week break.
Right. And so she's in town. Every time she's in town, she will come to train with me,
Of course.
and continue, and I can kind of, see where she was and now where she is. It's amazing, and as she's so beautiful. She's also doing modeling, right?
Yeah, I used to do a lot.
Right. But then also you had some type of a movie,
Well, yeah, I was doing like dance double for a movie. Yeah,
Okay.
stuff like that. Yeah.
Well, I would like to let you talk, introduce yourself, and kind of tell everyone about yourself.
Well, I am a ballet dancer. I dance at ABT. I started my dance journey when I was 3 years old, doing like jazz and hip hop, but I fell in love with ballet at the age of 10. And that's when I knew. I was like, oh, I want to do this, like for sure. I had great teachers in my life, and I just really loved the artistry, and I've always been into acting and ballet, and the ballets, like Giselle, all of that has a lot of acting in it, and it's just super inspiring to me. It's very hard, and you have a lot of discipline, but growing up, I really enjoyed having that. So something that I could really give myself to, and I really enjoy it. And now I'm doing it. I'm a core dancer with ABT, which is like,
wow, amazing.
I've always said I wanted to dance ABT, so it's crazy.
Yeah, I heard it before you mention, and then now you are. It is amazing.
Yeah.
Yes. So I'm going to ask you a couple of questions. Of course, audience want to know. First of all, as a personal trainer, she was my first ballerina.
Yes,
right.
I remember that.
Right. And so when her mother, Judy, which is I trained her as well.
Yeah.
I actually trained the whole family. I trained your father.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And they called me to first, what is her struggle first. She had I think it's not only her. I heard in modeling or even a ballerina industry to be small,
Oh yeah.
right, slim.
Oh yeah.
And sometimes you go through the puberty that when you came to me, you were 16.
Yeah.
And, of course, your body's changing as, the child to young lady. So you pick up some weight. And so that's how actually they came to me. And it was actually, I love that challenge at the time because I have never, trained a ballerina. I trained the models.
Right.
So I'm always, wanted to kind of make sure I know what I'm doing and, to improve, right? So I, of course, research and study about a little bit more. But it's a different than what I do. First, yes, we wanted to build muscle, but not make her look bulky or heavier. It's more so a trim that, excess body fat and the more leaner look. But at the same time, of course, the dancing is a lot of muscles involved. It's, believe it or not, they have to be stand on the toes all the time, right? And even not only that, you think it's just only leg. No, the posture that they have to keep up when they are jumping or, raise your hands in certain way and shoulder and back. And then top of that, they're going to be beautiful as they're dancing,
True, very true.
Right. Yeah. And so that in my mind and kind of constantly try to find, first of all, I do that for all the clients. What's her weakness and what's her strength? And from there, I will take, okay, what does she need and what type of workout she need? And so what I wanted to ask you is, once you started training, going through the nutrition, of course, and also training, how's it back then to now?
So, I mean, of course, as you mentioned, one of the most crucial things for especially female ballerinas, you go through puberty. Your whole body is changing. The stress, you're auditioning.
Right.
Everything is just impacting you, and you're growing taller.
Right.
You don't know what you look like until you're like 20 something.
Right.
You don't know what that looks like. So it's like very stressful. And for me, I actually told my mom, I was like, I need personal training. Like I can't do this on my own. And I was lucky enough to find you, and like we made this.
God leads you to ratio 1-to-1.
Yes, for real. Right. And it was like, it worked perfectly. I remember my first day, I felt like you gave me that bit of control. Like, it is you. Like, you are in control. Because at first I was like, I don't know what's going on. I'm eating, I'm stressed. Like, but it's you. So of course, that took me a while to understand the nutrition, to really figure out, because I was like, oh, but I'm hungry, but I don't know if it's like stressful stuff or what's going on. So I think from comparison to now and then is more like, I know myself and it's like that habit that I have of like being confident. Like, okay, no, I know I feel good. I feel, full and whatnot. I feel confident in my body. I feel grown. I have all the knowledge I need. I don't second guess myself as much. And of course, that's even going to grow more. So definitely the confidence and the knowledge that I have now is what I really feel good about.
And then so ballerina, also I have like, I'm trained guide in the martial arts, and when they are competing in a tournament, you gotta hit certain weights, and a lot of time on old blueprint, they will starve themselves. They don't eat food, or they go and put a sauna suit on, go into the sauna and sweat it off. And meantime, when you don't eat, of course, you lose all the muscle that you actually develop, and you don't have no strength or energy to continue to perform or, go into the competition tournament. So I more so utilize the same basic nutrition things that I do for my competition, give a body what's necessary.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And I also, at the same time, I need to not completely totally different diet. It's more so I'm asking her what she like to eat. From there, what can I suggest her to give her what's her body need, but not the extra calories.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And I always go through this with the young ladies, which is after her, I have a couple of more ballerina came through, and I'm still training one of those young ladies. And what I'm always asking is, as far as the mental, is this really what you want to do or what your parents want you to do?
Yeah.
That was the first question I'm always asked, because it makes a difference.
Yes.
When you commit to do things, and this is what you want to be. You told me I wanted to be professional ballerina. You know what I mean? Then, even though she is so young, still, teenager, I have to tell her, okay, then these are things that you have to go through, and you gotta follow it.
Right.
For you to get to your dream. That's the most important part, because it makes so much difference on their mindset and how they follow. Yes. You know what I mean? So she actually wanted to do it, and actually give her, the guidance of nutrition. And of course, her mother's great because she cook all the time. And right. And so she has, of course, the family support. Now, this is another thing. They are still children. Okay, so that as the children going through that certain special diet, all the family has to be a team. You can't be eating pizza in front of her and don't eat this. You know what I mean?
Brutal.
Right, that's brutal. Right. So she had such a great family support, and I think that's one of the reason that you really successfully lost your weight, slimming down.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would like to cross those message to whoever listen to, because, this is really important,
right.
As you kid, you want to go with your friend and go to Starbucks.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Of course. Well, because, you can kind of be that inspiration for your family.
Right.
Too.
Yeah.
So, even though you're young and you're a kid, you can still be like, oh, well, my parents can be a part of this.
Right.
This can be a whole family thing. And even your friends as well, because I actually wasn't so much, I left home when I was 17, so I'm still going through puberty then.
Right. She became a professional at 17 years old. Okay. That was that was a great thing, amazing thing. Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, and so, but I lived by myself. So that was challenging for me because I had to kind of stay on top of it. And I remember texting Chie and being like, can you help me with X?
Right.
But just being surrounded by people, helping inspire them, influence them, it is super important for that to stay healthy.
Yeah. Right. So that far as I wanted to ask you, now you're in New York. You live by yourself. I know that. Well, you actually built the base of how to eat and how to train, and now you are surrounded professional, older than you, right, dancers, and how you feel about, how you're dealing with your pressure, like. You live by yourself.
Yeah.
Not family is around. Some things are overwhelming.
Right.
How you deal with that?
I mean, for me, I have always been working on my, it's going to sound funny, but my aura. Just kind of, letting certain people in my life and making sure certain people aren't in my life. And that has really stuck with me, being my own person since a young age, being trained by people like you and my old teachers, kind of being like, it's your journey. And so that has always stuck with me, to never compare. Even when I was going through puberty, you want to compare yourself. Oh, she doesn't look that way. It's like, no, everyone's different. Be happy for that person. But yeah, so now living in New York, people are looking at the new girl and they're talking and whatnot. But you do you. You smile at them, you say hi, and then they're like, oh, why am I being weird and mean? Let me just be nice. It's a good environment to have, and it lasts longer that way.
One thing that I know, I always struggled through the competition career, self-doubt, and that actually, as me and her talked, when we were training, because she had to go through the audition, the things like that makes you nervous, you know what I mean? But she actually, I learned from her, it's a natural to her. It's she's so artistic, you know what I mean? And your, like you said, mentioned aura, energy. Well, by the way, we both Virgo. Okay?
Yeah,
we're Virgo.
That's how you know.
Right, okay. And I'm looking at her, she's way younger than me, but her enjoying actual dancing. And it just, I think people feel that, you know what I mean? And that shows to your dancing, right? Because yes, this is competition or this is audition, but you're actually enjoying when you were doing it. And that's one thing I actually learned from you, as going through the process. I need to enjoy these journey, and not so much a focus on the outcome, but because your journey and you feel so good about it. And
well, yeah, because that's why you do it. Like,
right.
It's an art form.
Right.
That's why you do it. And for me in competitions, I wasn't always winning stuff.
Right.
But I'm still at my dream, company. So, but I actually enjoyed the process and I kept going because I liked it. And I liked what I was doing. And I liked when I got to talk to the people after I performed and they were like, you have done something. And just knowing that there's also a community in it all. It's a competition, but it's to spread art, and that's what I like about it.
So that the actual strength training is like I said, ballerina. I see now, and so many dancers they started doing. I mean, all the different sports. Period. Like I said, and before, it's you never heard of ballerina weight training. You know what I mean?
Now cross training,
right? But now it does. So how you feel for your body and like your strength or how when you're dancing.
I mean, now I feel the most, like, the strongest I've ever felt, because now that I kind of feel like I'm settling into my body and my muscles. Like, even when I was younger, I always had muscles. My teacher even told me, like, you have too much.
Muscular.
But I was like, that's who I am. I can't do
By the way, Julie, her mother have a wonderful leg.
Yes.
I'm telling you.
That's what I got them from my mom.
Right.
But, so, you just kind of like, that's who you are in your body and muscles and stuff like that. And I actually feel like I can dance for longer and stronger. I personally love seeing dancers with muscles and they can jump higher.
Is the culture is changing? What do you think? Or what's still same?
That's why I like ABT, because it's all about diversity. So, like, there's all different shapes and sizes, and of course, like, we're still carrying on the lines of ballet, being long and tall or whatever,
right?
But it's about diversity. So maybe some places in other companies they really like skinny and stuff like that, which I know I wouldn't want to dance there, but some people can, and they do it with ease, but I know I wouldn't fit in and wouldn't feel right for me. Yeah.
Everybody have a genetic, so that's the one thing. I think a dancer or ballerina, it has a genetics to do. Also, to me, bodybuilding is same thing, and genetic got a lot to do whether you win or not winning. So, how about? So you in New York, I know they are beautiful. I mean, I would say fun city to me. When I visited. Yeah, how you balance your dance career? I mean, your ballet career to like your personal time. How you balance that?
That's been something that I'm still kind of figuring out, because this is like my second year living on my own. I have a roommate, but we're always we're
going in
different schedules and stuff. So you're basically on your own. So sometimes I find myself like, I'm kind of lonely. I call my family. I always am like, okay, I have to call my family. I'm lucky that they'll pick up and we'll have a conversation and stuff like that.
Go shopping.
Yes. Recently, I'm like, okay, come on, guys, let's go. Let's go shopping. Or I love Central Park. So I always walk in Central Park, on my own, which personally I like doing that. And I always call my friends and we'll go to Central Park together, or we'll always like find a reason to hang out, especially during the week as well, not just on the weekend, but we'll go out to lunch, we'll sit and talk, we'll stretch together, we'll work out together. Like, even though I'm living at the studio basically, I still have a social life. You know, I still have that kind of like college experience sometimes, you know, and I enjoy that.
How's your schedule like? What do you from wake up in the morning? How does Trinity spend a day, like a normal day?
Right. Well, it's like your normal job. I start at 10:15, and I end at like 6:30. So I start with class for like an hour and a half of the day, and I personally love class. Like, it gets me started for my day.
Okay.
But I take the train to get there every day, which is something that I've got down now.
Wow. Okay.
I know the trains.
Yeah, I heard about those subway in the New York way.
It can be crazy, but so then I just have rehearsals after that. After class, we'll do rehearsals for whatever ballet we're doing, and sometimes it's like 3 hours straight. I mean, we have 5-minute breaks in between, but you're just doing ballet like the whole day, but it doesn't feel like that. You know, it's your job.
Right.
And then an hour off, we'll have an hour break, and that's either when I go get a coffee or I'll do a little exercise if I didn't have that much rehearsal. And then the rest of the day we'll have rehearsal till 6:30, and then go take the train home.
And then next day the
food.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll make food. I use the air fryer a lot because it's really easy.
Okay.
And it's super easy for me. I like efficient dinners because that's how I'll eat.
Right.
If I make it too extravagant, I won't eat. Like, I can't eat. So I make it easy, and then I talk with my roommate, watch a show, go to bed, do the same.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, she's a professional ballerina, she is a normal, beautiful lady, right? And live in New York. Okay, so I know that many people, listening to this, because we're gonna promote it, especially those upcoming dancers, ballerinas. What's the advice that you want to give?
I mean, kind of like what I was saying earlier, don't compare yourself. Just be who you are. And if something doesn't feel right, if you feel like, I don't feel happy doing this, don't do it. Like, do something that makes you feel happy, but never doubt yourself. And if it feels right, keep pushing it. Surround yourself with people that you love and that love you. And look for the good things. Like, of course, if you're always looking for the bad things, you're going to find it. But in a company where, people can be very competitive, you can look for the good things in that and make it good yourself. So just be that light for everyone and for yourself. Yeah. And keep going.
Okay. So I know that you actually accomplished one of your dreams now and going to the ABT in New York. What's your actually next goal?
Well, hopefully I would love to be a principal dancer at American Ballet Theatre.
That's the level
the highest.
Okay,
so
highest.
There's
principal.
Like soloist after that, and then principal.
Okay.
And that's where you do the most featured parts in the ballets.
Okay. So right now you are...
I'm core.
Core.
And I'm first year core, so that means like you will just do big group dances. But I've actually had some nice experiences of being featured in some ballets now.
Okay.
I really appreciate it, and I'm appreciating the process. Like, everyone has told me, even principals, they're like, if you ever get to the place of principal, like, the core, like, that's when you have fun, because principal is a huge responsibility.
Right.
So enjoy the journey, because once you're there, it's different.
Right.
You're gonna miss being in the core and soloist and stuff. So, yeah, I took that advice, and I'm loving the journey. But hopefully one day I'll be a principal. It'd be really cool. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I see. Like, you have good support from your company.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's not all perfect. That's anything. You know what I mean?
You bump into some people that
you would
having a hard day.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But seems to be overall you're in a really good place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've actually discovered the most this year because it's my second year kind of being in the core, and everyone just started opening up, and now I feel like I'm my own person there, and everyone's just been so nice and supportive. So lucky for that.
Okay. Well, this was really interesting episode because, like I said, she is a professional ballerina, who ran into the interview, right? Get to, interview these people. And I am so proud of you. From 16 to now 21, she can go to club or any place else.
I mean, I don't like to drink, but
right. I learned a lot from her. And like I said, I have after that like a 4 or 5 ballerina clients that I have been trained, and it's really I will always talk about her experience and the way she is. You use that to these my other clients as well, and I'm always glad for you to come back and train.
Of course.
Yes. Do you have any messages that you would like to?
Well, Chie is amazing.
Oh my God.
I am so lucky that she's in my life.
Aww.
You're like a mentor to me.
Wow.
So of course that. Just keep listening to what she has to say.
I got so close to first of all your family members, and such a wonderful family. And she has really great support, and especially I always admire dance mom. The mom does everything.
Oh yeah.
Okay. And as you see that those reality shows, sometimes they have a dance mom. What they sacrifice for you guys to take you to here and there,
all the money,
out of money. Not to mention that part, right? But it's amazing, and I'm so glad, and it's not just the talent. Don't get there. You know what I mean? For as to be successful, is that you have to have a discipline, consistency, and strength.
Yeah.
To just get through when you have a tough time and never give up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
never give up.
Yeah, because it seems to be easy, from outside looking in, where you at to where you've been before to where you at now. But it is so many sacrifice that you had to make, and then a lot of time, like I said, these young ladies they go through and those normal, it's not normal life.
No.
You know what I mean? Normal teenager life. From homeschooling.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
You don't get that in high school.
Yeah. I was they told me, they say Monday through Saturday, not Monday through Friday.
No.
Monday through Saturday, they 9 to 2, and then they have a private lessons, and on top of that, I have an off season. They don't. Okay, that's so off me is I can go off a little bit my diet, but they can't. You know what I mean? So I admire, these young ladies, they still at their age, they follow everything what I tell them to do. And because they want to become success. And I hope everyone can learn, from what, they do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Because you have to have a really strong mind to get through that.
Yeah, because it's hard. We make it look easy.
Right.
It's
because you don't really complain.
Huh?
Right.
Yeah, and that actually is a trick
Right.
people use. It's just because you just got to do what you got to do.
Right. And then because you love what you do.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't be putting myself through all of the stretching and pain for no reason. I mean, I do it because I love it.
Yeah. Well, thank you for coming today. I appreciate with you, within your busy schedule and stop by and doing this A Life Beyond the Workout is, that was wonderful. And I hope everyone liked our episode and push the like
button.
Right, like button.
And subscribe.
And subscribe and share.
And share.
Okay?
Yes.
But thank you, and I will see you next time. Bye.